3.1 is called the periodic phenomena. Okay, and it basically just means that everything is cyclic. Like every value on your unit circle or every value on your sine or cosine curve repeats because it has a pattern that would continue to repeat. So in the very beginning, we're just talking about identifying that pattern and how long it takes for it to duplicate. So as the input values increase, the output values demonstrate a repeated pattern here. This is specifically like a sine curve, or it could be a cosine curve with a shift. But if you look at the picture that's there will be some sort of shape that repeats, okay? The pattern occurs over successive equal width intervals, and the graph of a periodic relationship can be constructed from the graph of a single cycle. A single cycle is how long it takes to complete one complete curve before it repeats. So on this graph, that would be one cycle, and notice that it continues to repeat both to the right and to the left. They will not all be perfectly shaped, okay? And they will not all be sine and cosine shaped. They can have some other shapes to it. But that would be one cycle that repeats as it continues. The period of a function is the smallest change in the x values it takes for the function to repeat itself. And it says smallest because, like, let's say I said this is one cycle that repeats itself. Well, this is also one cycle that repeats itself, right? That would continue, well, not that. That would continue to repeat itself over and over again. When you're talking about the period, you're talking about the smallest distance it takes. So if I wanted to know the distance from start to finish on this curve, I would simply just find the difference between this value, whatever this is, and whatever this is, which will obviously be marked if it asks you for the same thing. It says the smallest positive value of k such that f of x plus k equals f of x. What happens when we add something inside our parentheses? It shifts. Technically, if it's added, it would shift in which direction? So if that k was positive, it would actually shift it back this way. So that would be a shift of that same graph to the left. And if that k was negative, then where does it go? To the right, okay? So it's basically just saying if I take that section and I shift it right or left, it would also duplicate it. God bless you. Yeah, really.
So the k would be like 4?
Well, if it was, like if each of these was 1, 2, 3, 4, then k could be 4 or negative 4. Yep. All right, example 1 says identify the length of the period for each function. So again, we're looking for how long it takes for it to completely duplicate. You can start at 0. You don't have to start at 0, but obviously it's easiest to start at 0. So if I do that, this one goes up, comes back down again, and then this is where it stops and would completely duplicate. So what would be the period on this function? 1/2. Go to B. Again, I could start anywhere on that. So let's say I didn't start at 0 this time. Let's say I wanted to start where it crossed the axis here. This goes up, comes back down, comes back up again, and then it starts anew here, right? So if I wanted to use that portion of my graph, this is 9. This is, I wrote all over it, but negative 7. So the difference between negative 7 and 9 would be 16. I heard it good. Okay. So if I had picked the 0 this time, I would need it to come back up to 1, and it doesn't, right? It's off this graph somewhere. So that's why you would need to pick, and it doesn't matter where you pick, but you would need to pick 2 continuous spots. I could go from here to here, which is what we did. I could go from here, from here to here. Okay, and it's still the same thing. 12 minus a negative 4 would be 16. So no matter where you pick, you should end up with the same length. All right, example 2 says below is one cycle of a periodic function. Use the graph to answer the following questions. It says, is the function increasing, decreasing, or both on the interval of 18 to 20? Well, what's happening on my graph? Am I going from 18 to 20 on this graph? No, but I know it's cyclic, right? So if I'm going from 0 to 4, then that means it would start again, it would come back down. I don't want to keep drawing that out, though, until it gets to 20, because obviously you're going to fill your paper. So think about what happens if I wanted to restart the numbers. What would this point be at the end? 4. And then it would be 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So don't skip at the end, right? Because we're picking up where we left off. So whatever that last number is going to be what starts the next cycle. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if we're going by multiples of 4, because that's what's happening, what would be the next start after 8? 12, then 16, then 20. Which interval do I want to use that has 18 to 20? Good. So it would be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what's happening from 18 to 20? Is that graph increasing, decreasing, or both? It's increasing on that interval. So the beginning starts to your period are going to be where that period ends. And then you can use multiples of those numbers to get where you need to go. Because now B says, is the function concave up, concave down, or both on the interval of 31 to 33? Well, now I'm no longer on that interval, right? So after 20 would become what? 24. After 24 would become 28. After 28 would become 32. And that's going to be part of the interval on which I need. I need 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, but it wants me to continue to 33. So this is a scenario in which I would say it's easier to continue your graph because you only have to go 1 unit to the right. And then you're focusing on 31 to 33. Is that graph or that portion of your graph concave up, concave down, or both? Concave down, right? What are we looking for? That N shape, right? U concave up, N concave down, and then obviously both would be a little bit on either side. Questions so far? All right, then C says, is there a relative max, relative min, or neither at the point 82? So instead of continuing to count till I get close to 82, what's your multiple of 4 that comes before 82? 80. 80 would be the multiple of 4 that comes before 82. So this would be 80. This would be 81. This would be 82. At 82, is there a relative max, min, or neither? Relative minimum. Questions so far? So the good thing is this section is literally pulling back things from like unit 1, right? We go back to our increasing, decreasing behavior, our concave up, concave down, and our relative max or min. You just got to be able to understand the pattern that is your graph. Yep. All right, this I took from the last example, okay? But what happens here is, let's say that you don't start, like your high point or low point is not at 0, okay? So in this case, this would be 0, and on the initial graph, it didn't go all the way to the end, right? So I can't say 0, and then if this stops at 12, start at 12 here, okay? Because it didn't make that full period. So you have 2 options on something like this. One is work backwards, like if I wanted to go from minimum to minimum, then I could say this is -4 to 12, so the horizontal distance is 16. So if I did -4 plus 16, it's 12. If I did 12 plus 16, it's 28. If I did 28 plus 16, I could go like that, is one way to do it, okay? The other is continue your graph, which I think is probably easier. This would be 13, this would be 14, this would be 15, this would be 16. I know from 0 to 16 it does that full cycle. So I'd know that these are multiples of 16. So this would start here, with the next one would be 16, and then there'd be 32, and so on and so forth. So realize it's not always going to start and stop at 0, okay? Sometimes you're going to either have to adjust it. You're going to have to go backwards and then add on your period, or you're going to have to complete your cycle and then do the multiple thing, but it won't be always as obvious. All right, this is how you'll see it in like a complicated word problem form, okay? It says the blades of a box fan rotate in a clockwise direction and complete 2 rotations every second. Point A is located at the tip of the fan blade and at time t equals 0. The tip is 18 inches from the floor when point A is at its lowest point and the blade is 2 inches from the floor. This is what your FRQ is going to look like. You will have a complete FRQ on a sinusoidal function, which is what this is, in which you have the real world pole. And then it's going to give you some sort of scenario in which a cyclic pattern happens, and then it's going to give you that little graph on the right-hand side, and you have to fill in the coordinate points. So this is like a flash forward to a full-on FRQ. So this says label the coordinates of points P, Q, and R on the graph. So look at what's given to you. First of all, it says it completes 2 rotations every second, right? So if it starts, wherever it starts to wherever it finishes, has to be 2 full rotations. That's the first thing we notice. That's how long our period. 2 rotations means that how long would the period be? 1. No. 2 rotations every 1 second. 1 rotation. So 1 rotation happens how often? Half a second. Does that make sense? You're looking for one full rotation, because 1 full rotation on a circular pattern is the same thing as 1 cycle on your graph, okay? So we know that that's the first part, okay? Then the second part says point A is located at the tip of the fan blade and at time 0. So if our time is 0, then the full completion happens what? How long? Does it take to go back to the top again? 2 seconds. No, 1 rotation is half a second. So this would be 1/2. So that means the halfway point would be what? What's halfway between 0 and 1/2? 1/4. Notice these are marked, right? It won't be like that on a FRQ, but it's kind of helping you out so far. So I put 1/4, you could also put 0.25. I put 1/2, you could also put 0.5 there, okay? So that's the first thing is you want to talk about the horizontal distance. And the horizontal distance is how long it takes for it to complete 1 rotation. Then now I'm talking about the vertical distance. So it says at time 0, the point A is at the tip of the fan blade. So point A is all the way at the top here, which is how high off the floor? 18 inches from the floor, okay? Look at our graph. If this is 0, that peak point is 18, yes? So this would be 18. And it comes up to it again on the right-hand side at 18. Then it says when point A is located the lowest point, the blade is 2 inches from the floor. And again, this is labeled. Eventually your graph will be blank, but that should make sense. It goes from 18 down to 2, back up to 18, which means this is 2. So on every, which again, this is a sinusoidal function, but on every function that is like this, you will have to look at 2 different types of measurement, okay? Left to right, which is the period, how long it takes for you to complete 1 full cycle. Bottom to top, which is your maximum point, and sometimes it's going to be distance from center, sometimes it's distance from the floor, whatever it's talking about in it, that is your max distance, and then the bottom would be your minimum distance. So on an FRQ, it will actually give you like P is this, Q is this, and R is this, and you have to label it. So 0, 18, 1/4, I said 1/4, I wrote 1/2, 1/4, 2, and 1/2, 18. And again, you could use the decimal, as long as they're exact, it doesn't matter. Questions so far? So if it asks for the period of this, it's what? Half a second. Good. If it asks for the minimum? Min and max would be your y's, right? What's the min? 2. What's your max?
18.
Good. All right, then you'll see it in multiple choice form. They're going to ask you for a lot other things on what we just did, but that's the basic of it. Okay? It says the graph of function f is given, except that given is spelled wrong, given in the xy plane. Which of the following functions has the same period as f? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is look at f. We're going to figure out what the period is. How long does it take to make one full cycle? Four. So then I go to the rest of them and pay attention to your x-axis, right? Because some of them are labeled by single digits and some of them are multiple digits, some of them are even smaller. So which one completes a full cycle from 0 to 4? Or the length is from 0 to 4. It doesn't have to be at 0. A would start here, right? And then I need it to get back up here. So A, this would be the period on A. A, which is what? That one's 8. Go to B, here to here. That one's 4. So B is the answer we're looking for. Questions? Not so bad, right? We like put our toe in the water today. Yeah, good, okay.